second down. It's Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. First and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Dancing to his left. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. J.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score.
Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
On first down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Watson now to throw. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Broncos 14. Jaguars 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And that'll set him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Let's go. Let's go. Out there. Out there. Don't give him nothing.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
You know what it is. Take it to the house. This is our shot. Run, baby, run. Come on, break it. Let's bring it in.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Now Pollard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Give us all! Give us all!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To throw on third down, Watson. And he finds Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He got 29 yards that time. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 23. They run the counter with Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up
now Watson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
the Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Youngway Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Pollard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Back to throw, Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
But no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. That'll be caught by Cup. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Second and 11 now. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play, and he'll keep it. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. And it's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Herb Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Jaguars 24. Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
the Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. First down, here's the run with Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Shaq Lawson on the tackle.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. This is Harris. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. He's back to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They'll look to throw again. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, they're thinking to themselves,